Hi, I'm Catherine Matthews, Chair of the ARGS Research Foundation. I wanted to take a brief moment to tell you exactly what it means when you generously make a contribution to the Foundation. Since '97, the Foundation has given out over $1.5 million in grants to famous people such as Matt Barber, Vivian Sung, Nas Siddiqui, and Lennox Hoyt, all of whom have gone on to publish significant contributions to our field and have gone on to attract much larger grant funding. In fact, of the 34 grants that were given out between 2009 and 2012, those grantees generated 95 manuscripts, 22 got other foundation grants, and 13 attracted NIH funding as the principal investigator. Your research contribution has had an outstanding return. Before this tax year closes out, I've asked Tom Gregory, Chair of the Foundation Grant Review Committee, to highlight a few recent recipients so that you could see firsthand what your money is being used for. Hopefully, this will serve as the incentive to make a tax-deductible contribution to the Foundation.
I'd love to share stories about all of these recipients, but to highlight the types and breadth of the projects that are currently being investigated, I want to highlight 4 researchers and their ideas. First, I want to show 2 funded basic science projects. Representing some of the extremely high-level work being done strictly in the laboratory is Antelese Project. One of the mysteries that PFD research is trying to unravel is what happens to pelvic floor tissues that predispose them to poor function, leading to things such as bladder leakage and uterine and vaginal prolapse, especially after childbirth. Dr. Lee and her colleagues at Virginia Mason in Seattle wonder if the up and down changes in blood flow that happens when a baby is being born causes injury to the cells there, and whether certain molecules can make the injury smaller or go away. In a similar fashion, Dr. Montoya, along with his co-investigators at UT Southwestern in Dallas, are trying to use what we call stem cells to aid in repair of injured muscles. Unfortunately, in about 3% of women undergoing a vaginal delivery, the sphincter muscle surrounding the anal canal can be torn. Stem cells have the potential to turn into any type of cell in the body, as well as help provide important molecules that may attract other healing cells, but they may be short-lived in the environment of interest. So, Dr. Montoya's group is trying to see if a small scaffold, like would be seen around the construction of a building, can help the potentially useful cells do their job better. While the 2 prior projects highlighted the basic science investigations being funded by the PFD Research Foundation funds, we also are funding clinical trials for eligible women. Autumn Edenfield and her team at Duke proposed an idea and were funded to try to answer the following common dilemma. Women who have surgery for pelvic floor disorders often experience constipation afterwards. Although there are safe laxatives available over the counter for general use, no one has ever studied its use in the postoperative time period, particularly in women who have just undergone pelvic reconstructive surgery. We look forward to her clarifying our practice patterns. And finally, Dr. Kim Ferrante at UCSD is exploring the problem of recurrent urinary tract infections. Leveraging her ability to perform this study with the help of PFD Research Foundation funds, she will explore the surprisingly understudied question of whether estrogen used vaginally can decrease the frequency of recurrent urinary infections compared to women who receive a placebo.
Thanks, Tom. We're so grateful for your support. Please go to www.pfdresearch.org to make your donation before the end of 2013. Or, as a new feature, you can select to make a donation when you renew your annual ARGS dues. Thank you and happy holidays.